Bartering. It's an age-old practice that can help you get some much-needed goods and services for your home business for little or even no cost. But is bartering really an effective way to help with your cash flow? Well, ABC small business contributor Susan Solovic is here to help you know when it's a good time to barter and how to know whether you're getting a good deal. Susan, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure, Dan.
Okay, so what can you actually barter for? I mean, is anything on the table available for bartering?
It's unbelievable, but you can barter for almost anything. Medical services, dental services, your funeral, livestock, you name it. But certainly you can barter for those goods and services that you need for your business. In fact, the International Reciprocal Trade Association estimates about $8 billion of goods and services are bartered in the U.S. annually, but some experts say it's as high as $20 billion, and about 500,000 businesses participate in commercial barter, and the majority of those are small businesses.
Okay, so that's a pretty wide range.
Yes.
What are the most popular services that a small business can barter with?
Well, there are obvious things like advertising, printing, office equipment. Really anything in the retail industry is something you can barter. But certainly hospitality is another big hit for small businesses. You can barter for travel or hotels or meals, and so that's a very popular category as well.
Okay, I mean, it's great. It's a great idea. Obviously, it helps on the cash flow situation as
Right.
well. But what's the best way? Some people might feel uncomfortable approaching this. What's the best way to approach a bartering situation?
There are really three ways that you can do a barter transaction. One is an informal way. So let's say, Dan, you're a dentist and I'm an IT consultant, and you need to upgrade your computer systems in your office. Well, we could barter, and I could do that, and I need some dental work, so we could agree to barter those services. The problem with that is a lot of times one party feels as though they don't get a fair deal. So that's a problem. The other way is through a barter exchange. Now, there are about 500 or so of these groups in the United States, and basically you become a member of a barter exchange or you pay a fee, and the barter exchange actually monitors that exchange or brokers it, if you will. So you've got more of an assurance that you're going to get a fair deal. The other thing that's great about a barter exchange is if you don't really need those services, so let's say I do that computer consulting for you, but I don't need dental work, I can get barter credits and use those down the road to purchase other products or services. And also, some of these exchanges actually have a brick and mortar facility where you can go in and actually pick out the product that you want to purchase. And then finally, there are some barter websites. Now, there are sites such as SwapTree, TradeAway, UExchange, BarterQuest, and these sites are sort of like the eBay of bartering, if you will. So you can barter your goods and services there, and some of these also allow you to get barter credits if you don't need something right away that you can use down the road.
Okay, so almost an IOU program could be put in place for some of these kinds of services.
That's a really great way to put it, yes.
All right, well, now what about some red flags that people should keep an eye out for when they're trying to create a barter situation?
The first thing, Dan, is don't get carried away. I see a lot of people who are just for the first time participating in barter exchanges, and it doesn't feel real because there's no cash exchanging hands. So they use their barter exchanges, and they do it for things like buying clothes or getting jewelry or something like that that really isn't benefiting their business. So if you're going to participate and barter your goods or services, make sure that you're getting something in exchange that is going to benefit your business. So that's important. The second thing is to make sure that you do your homework. So just as you would with any other business transaction, make sure that the provider is a quality provider. Check out their reputation. Make sure the quality product or service is going to be what you need for your business. So you have to do your homework. The third thing is to evaluate the exchange. Now, I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but you want to make sure that you are getting an even exchange. So you're comparing apples and apples and oranges, so to speak. So you want to make sure, if you're doing this informally, that at least you are getting some sort of letter of agreement that says, okay, this is what I'm going to provide, this is what you're going to give me in exchange, and this is how, when, where, and why it's going to be delivered. So you want to make sure you're getting that fair exchange. Finally, also, you need to think about your flexibility and your patience. This is a key thing for barter because, first of all, the product or service that you want or need may not be readily available when you need it. So you have to be patient and you have to be flexible. So let's say that you've had your heart set on a certain type of copying machine for your office or a certain model, and it's not available. You may have to accept a different model or a different brand. And then finally, Dan, this is really key. Don't try to cheat the IRS, okay? So don't be thinking about it. Uncle Sam is watching. As a matter of fact, you treat a barter exchange just like you would any income and expense in your business. So you have to pay those taxes. And if you're doing it for services, as I said, if I were doing consulting services for you and you bartered for something that has a value of more than $600, you'd also have to give that provider a 1099 at the end of the year.
All right. Don't ever try to cheat Uncle Sam. Oh.
It is not a good idea.
A good rule to live by. ABC Small Business contributor Susan Solovic. Susan, great information today. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Dan. My pleasure.
Of course, for more, you can visit Susan's website at itsyourbiz.com.